reliably informed that YouTube is up and running. Facebook seems to be giving a little issue, but Robert will continue to work on it on my behalf. So as soon as I get the okay that YouTube is up, all right, I'm being told that YouTube is up and running. So let's get YouTube up and running. Those of you who are accustomed being on the Facebook Live, you're going to have to jump on YouTube just for today. All right, so again, those of you who are with us and you're accustomed being on Facebook, you're going to have to log on to YouTube today. At least until I am told that Facebook, is up and running. Facebook seems to be playing mad today. And today's the day we have a lot to discuss. Only plenty things to talk about. And we starting with Tobago. I don't know what the hell is going on with YouTube. As soon as I read so, all day YouTube working good. Not YouTube, sorry, Facebook. Whole day Facebook working good. As soon as Aisha Wells is in the house, that's it. Let me find out Mark Zuckerberg is not a PNM. Hug up singing the song, hear them. This is not acting here, this is madness. This is not the kind of jam where you stand like a mumu, the rhythm go jam you. This is not acting here, this is madness. Ay, 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 ay. Everybody mad. Ay, 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 ay. Where we going? All right, so I'm seeing you guys. David, Clark, Kevin, Williams, same dudes, Eric. Good afternoon, Ruly, Trudy, Philomena, Collins, Al. I'm seeing you guys. So tell a friend to tell a friend. Facebook is down at the moment. We're trying to get Facebook up and running, but we are on YouTube. So if you know somebody who have the link, share the link to someone. Share it on Facebook. Share it and let them know that we're up and we're on YouTube until we can organize. If you want to find the link for YouTube, you have to search Iwer TV Live. That's it. Iwer, I-W-E-R, TV Live. And you're going to see the video. Just jump on in because we're going to be showing a lot of videos and photos. In this hour, we're talking about Tobago. We have two pressing issues happening at the moment right now in Tobago. And, of course, it starts with the incoming Chief Secretary, Farley Augustine. Well, it's no secret that the Attorney General has written to Chief Secretary Farley Augustine on the Watson Duke holding two portfolios position. When questioned at today's media briefing on the issue, the Chief Secretary, Farley Augustine, says that the THA does not answer to the Attorney General. Story on Liz Williams' TV6 reporters page says the THA Chief Secretary questioned at today's weekly media briefing as to whether he has responded to letters sent to him by the Attorney General, Faris Alwari, with respect to Deputy Chief Secretary Watson Duke, stated the THA does not answer to the AG. Mr. Augustine said the AG is perhaps not the best person to give advice on conflict of interest. Now, persons are up in arms because the incoming Chief Secretary just a week ago swore to work with the government in order to get things done for the people of Tobago, to put aside political caps and work with the best interests of the country. So,
People are asking, what happened? Where did this come from? Is this something you would have expected? That's where we're going right now. Remember, there's 2 issues in Tobago. This is the first one. When questioned today at the weekly media briefing on whether he has responded to letters sent to him by the AG, the Chief Secretary, Farley Augustine, says the THA does not, I repeat, does not answer to the Attorney General. According to the media, Mr. Augustine said the AG perhaps is not the best person to give advice on conflicts of interest. This story was posted 1 hour ago on Liz Williams' page. She is a reporter attached to TV6. The lines are open. We are taking your calls. Let's go. Every line is lit. Caller, you live.
Aisha, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad, Aisha.
Yes.
Is this country still called Trinidad and Tobago?
Well, I'm assuming.
Well, therefore, the Attorney General is still the Attorney General of Trinidad and Tobago. As such, if you have an illegality going on, the person to ask the question is the Attorney General. And as such, there has to be something wrong with it. I wonder, are they playing a game that they will get arrested for criminal activity so that now they could come and say, you know, the same rhetoric that the UNC have been going on, the wicked PLM administration decide to punish Tobago by arresting the Chief Secretary and his assistant. Is that the game that they want to play, Aisha? I just asking because it's kind of funny that you will tell the man that he cannot ask questions and to insinuate there is some illegality going on with the AG. But then if it is he is not charged, you have no questions to ask because we can't be going on people based on assumptions, especially if the other one is based on factual evidence that what is being done is illegal. And seeing that the Sahochai Charles mentioned some of the irregularities already in the THA, and I don't think that he's a person that, you know, we could say that he's a partisan, so to speak. So for him to say that these are problems already occurring and we need to address them, Mr. Farley is way out of line. And you see what I tell all you know when you're trying to get a girl and she don't like you, Aisha, and she just listen here, and it's time that you pack up and say, well, you know, she don't want me no more, so let me leave. I think it's time to leave that girl, you know, because like that relationship gone sour. I told her that long time now. They want secession, give them. Have a nice day.
Pass and gone with the blame cause this is not a betting here, this is madness. This is not the kind of jam where you start like a mumu, the rhythm go jam.
Also revealed today via the media briefing, Chief Secretary Mr. Augustine said the first quarterly disbursement of $558,750,000,000 has almost been spent. He said unspent balance now stands at $50,506,501. Mr. Augustine said $100 million have been requested by Health, and the CPEP and URP will take $50 million more. The question remains by those who are now holding the reign of power. where the money gone. Chief Secretary Farley did say when he gets into the chair, he would be able to see how much money the House of Assembly currently holds, and he would make the information public. Well, it was made public today. He said the first quarterly disbursement has already been spent. He listed the unspent balance, and he is now claiming 100 million has been requested by Health and by CPEP and URP, and that will take another 50 million. He's asking where the money gone. Caller, you live?
Good evening, Aisha.
How you doing?
Well, I'm fine for the holidays, staying safe, staying inside. You know, the kind of statements and narratives being exposed by this new PDP grouping, right? They don't always tell you who in the kitchen is feel the heat. I feel they might catch up fire because, as Mr. Manning say, running Trinidad and Tobago ain't easy. And when you have characters who not willing to be, when they say, follow the laws and have discipline in their conduct, this is the kind of statements you will get. Not referring to what the AG and who the AG cannot, advise. Just check these people's conduct. Totally obstinate. Y'all have a lovely day.
Thank you so much. And let me make a correction. Thank you so much, Patrick Romano. He says the disbursement is $558,750,000 that has been spent from the first quarterly disbursement. He says the unspent balance now stands at 50,506,000. So, just to indicate where did the money go. Thank you for the information, Patrick Romano on YouTube. Caller, you live?
Aisha, good afternoon to you, my dear.
How you doing, mommy?
Good. Aisha, that is how disrespectful they are. You hear what I'm telling you about? The Attorney General. You hear what I'm telling you about, Aisha? You understand me? Aisha, you know, whenever election call, right, regardless of the Prime Minister, everybody, you know the one who usually stays in office, Aisha, until the night of the election and to know who win, Aisha, you know who you want to stay, right?
Yes.
Right, a guy that knows you want to stay. You hear what I'm telling you about? Aisha, the bacchanal is starting, Tobago, you know. It is starting, what I'm telling you about. Aisha, I just watching. Because you see the road that down, and his associate are watching. You hear what I'm telling you about? That is how disrespectful they are, Aisha Wedge. I'll call back in.
Thank you so much. 2 issues already coming out of Tobago. There is a third issue. You need to get on YouTube in order to see the videos. I have videos and photos to show you today. This first segment of the show, it's dealing with Tobago and Tobago issues. Let's go. Caller, you live?
Good afternoon, Asha, and I don't know else there what you have.
Just me alone. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. I want to put it who was the first caller. The Attorney General is the Attorney General of Trinidad and Tobago, who his office is responsible. He and his people in his office responsible for bringing laws to the cabinet, and the cabinet responsible for passing the laws. And Mr. Tobago man, God blessing to you and everything, but I find your song in a little rude, right? Because you don't get a letter from the Attorney General. He and you are not personal friends. You get a letter coming from the office of the Attorney General, and you are not responsible for answering Mr. Harari. You're responsible for answering Trinidad and Tobago, the Attorney General of Trinidad and Tobago. To form a cabinet from the intersection, you need an Attorney General, Prime Minister, and opposition. We don't need you. You have to answer to the office. Respond to that letter coming from the office of the Attorney General. And don't personalize the thing. He ain't your friend either. You're not a friend. Even if I need that. All right. Thanks.
Thank you so much, caller. You're live.
Yeah, Aisha, good evening, darling.
How
First
you
time
doing,
calling
my
you.
love? 2 issues on the burner, boats and Tobago. Come in, give your thoughts.
Well, I hear Fali say he not... Hello?
Caller, I can hear you.
Fali not supposed to report the AG or anybody. I hope when he meet Mr. Ingboot, and Mr. Ingboot tell him, I not supposed to report to you. You have nothing to say.
Oh boy. What's your thoughts on the monies they're claiming are missing from the House of Assembly's first quarter?
Well, girl, I can't say nothing on that now. Because they went in there, we don't know much they take out.
Well, the first thing they're saying is they're not rich.
Yeah, but they saying they're not rich. How much they say there?
Oh Lord. Thank you so much. Leave it there. Caller, you're live.
I tell how you're going, girl.
I get coming in 2 pressing issues in Tobago at the moment.
Hear what happened. Mr. Farley has said on another frequency this moment. Mr. Farley is the mouthpiece of his leader. You see that statement where Farley used it? I don't want to associate that with Farley. Farley was speaking a statement that he was told. And we will have a problem. Now I wish them well, but we will have a problem going down the road. You see, Mr. Duke is Farley's leader. Farley is in charge of the assembly. Now let me tell you this. Duke don't need Farley. Farley needs Duke. I go on.
Interesting indeed. Taking note that none of the callers touching on the other pressing issue, people, they're asking us what happened to the first quarterly disbursement of funds. According to TTT, actually, today, when Mr. Augustine was briefed on the finance of the THA, he said that the first quarterly disbursement of $558,750,000 has almost been spent. He said unspent balance now stands at $50 million. Mr. Augusta said $100 million has been requested by the health sector, and CPEP and URP will take another $15 million or more. Question all around Tobago is where the money gone? The lines are open. We're taking your calls and take into consideration Mr. Augusta said that he does not answer, or the THA rather, does not answer to the Attorney General of Trinidad and Tobago when questioned on his reply to the AG. Both topics are on the front burner at the moment. Have your say. Caller, you live.
I shall let me tell you something, I just quote figures. But once you don't give me the information and show me the paperwork with the wrong transaction and the wrong spending of money, you play me game.
So caller, you're saying you want to see, 1 minute, you're saying you want to see more proof that that money is missing.
Yes. If the money is corrupt, it is spent. Bring out the actual proof. See, people don't want to deal with it. If you're trying to tell me the THA in Tobago was robbing the THA, the people at Tobago, the money, bring out the book and don't bring no figures to me because I can see any figure for you. And what's the next question, yeah,
I didn't hear what you say, sorry.
What is the next question, yeah?
The next question is the THA don't answer to the AG.
Well, let me tell you something. We all live in Trinidad. When they was asking earlier for separation, to leave Trinidad and Tobago, separate from Trinidad and Tobago, I think was a 16. They don't want no advice from no Trinidadian. And that's just disrespect. And more to come. Because guys, some of them have in Tobago. And that is why they win the election. Because if you go across the Tobago and see all the work and the piano was doing jungle, compared to what they do in Trinidad. Yeah, and I'm saying last election in Trinidad, not in Tobago. All the things that we are doing in Tobago down there, no other government never do what we are doing in Tobago. And you lost why? Because it's a hate against Trinidad. They're saying how many cars are listening to them, into that tell. You from the old to the young, you're listening. People in Trinidad just engage with them. If they have separation, let them go away. Because they believe oil and gas is in Tobago waters and it is not there. It is in Promoter waters. And in order to get the gas, without causing a problem, listen to me carefully, without causing a lot of earthquake and things, after passing through Tobago waters, we don't want to separate from Tobago. And anything that Trinidad and Tobago have should be for Trinidad and Tobago. Wally was the only smart one was telling all he know what the separation is, because he know what the oil and gas is. So the people have to need to wake up, see all the back and everything that thing can run the case properly, and discover with you, Wally. You need to watch the second in command, like a hawk. Yes, you should do what running on the previous president. I want the last president to possibly answer for what's been true.
Aisha, good afternoon. This is total madness. These people went inside that office without anything in their heads. They're operating like Tobago is on its own. It is not. Just like how Faith said that she will bring in doctors and nurses to work in the health system. My goodness, these people are crazy people.
Well, my darling, in Tobago, clearly they are getting advice from somewhere other than their own volition. We just have to figure out who's advising them.
Good evening, Aisha. Aisha, well, it have started. And if people thought that Fali was any different from Duke, they lie. And this to them would be a rude awakening. Who told you that Fali and Duke was any different? They are the same. They're in the same. And this is just a drop in the bucket. It have more to come. Just know we had to get passport to go to Tobago. Trust me, the one's nothing. You didn't hear Watson Duke say he don't like Trinidad. You didn't hear Watson Duke in his swearing say Tobago and Trinidad. That is just the start. It have more to come, Aisha. More to come. Stay tuned.
Good evening, Aisha. I have a question. Is Tobago a state within a state? And another question is, if you are a state and like you have your own consulate and everything else, do you need another state then to support you? I'm just asking a question.
Aisha, all you on PDP case, right? All you realize is not even 2 weeks or a week proper that them in office yet. And all that down the throat. How long PNM was in power in Tobago on the THA? Why it wasn't down them throat? Give the people a chance.
First of all, caller, I think you're listening to the wrong show. Because nobody's on PDP throat, certainly not me. There are two pressing issues happening on the island at this time, and we're raising the issue for people to give their opinion. So the issue of the office of the chief secretary not answering to the issue, to the office of the AG does not concern you. You're viewing that as people going down the CJ's throat or the chief secretary's throat. Or the issue of monies that was disbursed for the first quarter of the House of Assembly. According to the chief sec now, the money is almost spent. That issue is seen as going down his throat. Caller, I don't know what alcohol you're taking or what weed you're smoking, but clearly you're high on something. Because these are pressing issues and nobody's going down anybody's throat. It's a talk show and we are raising current affairs issues. Get with the program.
Aisha, good day. Well, the bacchanal now start. And the advice coming from the UNC camp has already started also. Because while Fali was here talking about forensic audit into THA, Kamala was at the same time in Parliament asking questions where the $40 billion in 20 years gone in the THA. The advice now coming. You pick up duty on Monday, and on Wednesday morning, you could come and give all a financial report. For somebody who is not a financier, who knows nothing about finance, you would get that information real quick. How the hell he could come and say $558 million just gone just so? If they got the first tranche, right? And he said the balance came in probably this week, right? The last out of the first quarter. I think that is what he said on the arm thing. You have work going on. You have to distribute the money to different divisions. You have workers to pay, right? At least he was honest to say we have $50 million unspent balance. Well, Faith now come in and Faith want $100 million alone for health. That is what it is, you know. He said the health, he said he had papers on his desk requesting for $100 million from the Division of Health. That is what Division of Health. And now he's saying that won't be enough because they have to pay CPEP and URP. And the money that was allocated for that, which is about 28 million, I think he said, would not be enough to pay URP and CPEP. So what he coming? They're looking for all kind of excuse so that they could start to send home people. I shall remember that was the topic in going in. That was the topic in going in, right? That the THA too large, so they're looking for all kind of the excuse they're looking for to say, well, they don't have the money, so they will send home people. Nonsense. It now starts. Old people always say, be careful what you ask for. And he's very disrespectful. He knows coming and he started a song like the UNC Taliban. You're going to say you don't answer to the AG? He feel the chief secretary role is bigger than any other office in Trinidad and Tobago. The chief secretary office is not bigger than any other office in Trinidad and Tobago. You come with a sweet mouth, or you're willing to work with the PNM, you're willing to work with the central government and whatever. And this is what, like the chair he's sitting in as of Monday, it's a little too big for him or what? The chair too big? He better be careful, eh? He better be careful.
Aisha, this bunch of dons calling your show only want to talk about Fali and watching Duke and how trying to say what they want to like Trinidad and all kind of thing. Why they not talking about the money when we send from the THA? People not going in and telling you quoting figures and how much millions of dollars missing from the THA and unaccounted for. You understand? You don't know them talking about that. You know why? Because the PNM government was running the THA all the time. Why they not calling to say nothing about that? Why they not talking about the money that's missing? Where the money gone? Why they message and call and say about that? But they want to talk about Fali and watching you come back to Fali and this and Fali and watching you do the same thing and there are them this and all them that and the PDP. And come on! They know sad, and the first thing they need to do is go and find out how much money it has to run the THA and they realize money is missing. Where the money gone? You know when the finance minister came in 2015 and bought Tony money in the country to run the country for 5 days or some kind of crappy talking. Oh, let me believe that. Everybody believe that. So they say UNCT got all the money that was Tony money to run the country for 5 days. You understand? He come and say that crap. Talk that crap and only buy that finance thinker. Finally come in now and say the $500 million missing in the THA. Nobody want to talk about that. They always want to wash them in blood. Yeah. Drag them through the mud. Paddy and Duke. That's all they know what to do. Bunch of dons.
Go easy, radio police. Go easy. 30 seconds before a break. When we come back, we jump inside. I'm trying to fix Facebook. Oh, God, all you see in the comments. I'm trying. When we come back, we're going to continue with these two issues. And I have some videos to show you of what's happening in Tobago at the moment. So you need to get on the YouTube to see it when we return.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
To the country. is my contribution. Give us some money time. All I want is a dance.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
In the country. This is my contribution. Give us some money time. All I want is a dance. The prettiest girl I ever met last Christmas in a paranque. Oh, mama. Oi, oi. Parang blasting out in the hall, but she still don't say she will move at all. What we singing, Kempton? Tell me why this long face? You don't make the music race. English, she can speak clearly. So this is what I said to she. Levanta, levanta, baila bonita. Get up. Spanish in the house. We have a lot of Spanish here. I love my Trini woman want to cook in Spanish rice right. The prettiest girl I ever met last Christmas in a boy. The prettiest girl I ever met last Christmas in a paranque. Easy to take care. Parang blasting hard in the hot, but she June. You sing it. You had a bouncy foot so. Tell me why this long face? Y'all don't make the music waste. English she can speak clearly. So this is what I said to she. Levanta, levanta, baila. Oh, she like you think I think. Levanta, levanta, baila, chiquita. Canta. Levanta, levanta, baila, bonita. Levanta, levanta, baila, chiquita. Oi, mama. Oi, oi. Prove it. You had a bouncy man. Play the music. Baila, muchacha.
Simpsons Memorial Limited, number 63 Eastern Main Road, Laventille. Internationally accredited funeral directors and embalmers. A full-service funeral home serving families of Trinidad and Tobago and internationally since 1945. At Simpsons Memorial Limited, we serve with dignity in assisting families in honoring the memory of their loved ones. Our services include professional funeral and pre-planning, burials and cremation, custom-built and imported caskets, coffins and cremation trays, cemetery management, limousines, mourners cars, grief counseling, web streaming of funerals, fully air-conditioned chapel with live musical accompaniment, full global shipping and receiving of loved ones. We specialize in facial restorations. Call us anytime, day or night, at 623-8688. That number again is 623-8688. Simpsons Memorial Limited. Superior service, always with excellence.
Take me to the king. I don't have much to bring.
Bring the songs, bring the laughter, bring the gifts, bring the partner, bring the runs, bring the coasters, bring the glass and the chasers. Christmas will be brighter when we all get together, sharing plans and mixing flavors with the ones from Memphis to pour a drink and bring the joy, raise a glass and bring the joy, make a toast and bring the joy. Make this a Christmas like no other. Bring the joy with Angostura Rums.
The Street 919 FM is bringing the Christmas spirit right into your homes, vehicles, and on your mobile phones like never before. Hey, Christmas time with the best Soca Parang mix. Yes, join this exciting segment, Parang Soca Fever, every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 9:45 a.m., 12:30 p.m., and 6:45 p.m. until Christmas.
This is Christmas, so have a Merry Christmas.
Right here on your favorite Christmas station, The Street 919 FM.
This is Christmas, a sweet Jamaica Christmas.
Sponsored by Shandy Royal Castle. Our culture, our taste. And B-Mobile. Must wish it to win it.
Tune in to The Street 919 FM every Thursday from 10:05 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. for the program Straight and Narrow, The Way of Life, The Health Store, being brought to you by Mrs. Arlene Collins Mohammed. For more information, check us out on Facebook or Instagram at Straight and Narrow, or visit our website at www.opulence.com/Arlene for Life. You can also call or WhatsApp at 309-4697 or 620-9379.
I wish I could win some money to go shopping. Well, I wish I could win some food.
So wait, the two of them don't know be mobile giving away cash, groceries, tech makeovers and things for Christmas?
What? You serious?
Yes. But you know what I wish? I wish the two of you good for nothing will pick up a paintbrush or a broom and clean the damn house.
Don't wish it. Win it with B-Mobile this Christmas.
Over $1 million in cash and prizes.
So come buy a prepaid plan. Switch. Sign up for any postpaid MiFi or wireless home broadband plan, or pay your bill to enter. Visit bmobile.co.tt for details. B-Mobile, life is on.
We're back, and we came straight to Royal Castle to pick up some delicious food. We got a queen bucket, a king bucket, some royal wings, a family meal, a few combos, some extra sides, a rotisserie chicken, and a snack box. Oh, and that delicious honey mustard sauce, it's really lashing. Rudolph, do you think we should get some for Mrs. Claus and the elves, too? Happy holidays from Royal Castle.
Look, there is the price of goods in the budget. No, but cost cutters have the best price for my pocket.
This is Robbie B, and I shop at Cost Cutters Supermarket. 4 locations: El Dorado, Sangre Grande, Columbia, and Scarborough, Tobago. We are the most affordable supermarket in Trinidad and Tobago. You can always depend on us.
Dashing through the shows with the Direct TV remote. What fun it is to choose to pay them in cool giveaways. Oh, Home Alone, Pinocchio, Bad Santa, and the Grinch. Frozen 2, Elf and Scrooge, and Edward Scissorhands.
You'll be dashing through the shows this season with DirecTV Prepaid. Get free installation when you purchase a prepaid kit and receive $99 free credit when you activate and top up 30 days. Plus a chance to win a 55-inch smart TV or home entertainment system. DirecTV Prepaid has it all this season.
Renting a car in Tobago should be quick, affordable, and easy.
Wow.
Here at Oni Rentals, we make the process as simple as possible by using our easy e-sign-up. Yep, we can sign you up from just about anywhere using our tablets. See? All done. And everything goes straight into the cloud. Yeah, you're on your way. Are you coming to Tobago? Book your car rental with us and enjoy the most affordable rates in Tobago. But hurry, because cars go pretty fast. Call 361-1042. That's 361-1042. One more time, 361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals, Tobago, taking you further.
Police, good day. Officer Best Price here. Johnny Q Auto Parts Division?
Yes, sir.
I'm here to investigate an assault on batteries.
Excuse me, sir?
Is it true? You have batteries selling for $488?
Yes. Power Master, Optima, Vata, and Megastar batteries.
So I could buy a battery for $488?
Yes, sir. For cars, trucks, and boats. Backed and distributed by Massey Automotive.
Which part?
Right here at Johnny Q Hardware and Auto Parts Division, 15 Arrowbita Avenue, Woodbrook. And our new Johnny Q Superstore, located at Lowlands Mall off Claude Noel Highway in Tobago. You could call 63 Tools.
Alright, thanks boss. Nah man. Granny,
do you have $488 to lend, man?
From the studio to the stage, every Friday between 3 to 4 p.m. Right here on the street, 919 FM. Radio you can see. Log on to our Facebook and YouTube so you can see live interviews and performances from some of our very own local superstars. Right here on the street, 919 FM.
Open road songs we know, cruising
cruising to nowhere. Free your mind, just recline and go with the flow. Who needs a plan? Take my hand, our stories will find us. My shiny caravan, and there's nowhere that I'd rather be than any place with you. My shiny caravan, and there's nowhere that I'd rather be than any place with you.
Shandy Carib, refreshed for life.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly of number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko, Sangre Grande, is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests. Sundays, Tuesdays, and Friday night, Sunday Ministry of Worship, Children Hour, and the Word from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesdays, see Jesus in every book of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation from 9 p.m. and Friday night, 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. All night prayer for our nation. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit with us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org or on Facebook. Email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated at Church of the Firstborn Assembly, account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank.
Get in touch with God. Turn your radio on.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Thank you so much for staying with us. Timmy Tambu, Fish Stick, Kevin Williams, Benjamin TT Paid Fighter, Anne-Marie Reed. I see you guys on YouTube. Let me apologize to those looking for me on Facebook. Facebook is giving us a run for our money today. They certainly are. I'm going to play some voice notes, get you back, you guys interactive, yeah? And then go back to the phone lines. If you're just tuning in and wondering what we're discussing, 2 issues happening out of Tobago. There's a third we're going to show in a short while. First issue of the day, the Attorney General wrote to the Chief Secretary, Farley Augustine, on the issue of Watson Duke, the Deputy Chief Secretary holding 2 positions in public life. And when asked at the media briefing today, according to reporter Liz Williams, if he has responded to the AG, Mr. Augustine is reported to have saying that the THA does not answer to the Attorney General, and Faris Alwari should be the last person to offer advice on conflict of interest. Also happening, the Chief Secretary revealed today that monies are missing from the House of Assembly to the tune of $558 million. Question being asked, where has the money gone? Those 2 issues, feel free to weigh in on at this time.
Well, Aisha, if it's that way they want, Dr. Rowley, we should really separate ourselves from them in truth. And if they think they're saying they're feeling trouble, seeing trouble now, then they go see trouble. We don't want to push no hate in Tobago, you know, because we don't really want Trinidad and Tobago to divide, okay? But where Watson Duke gone into that little island, that man only push hate and cause those people to hate Trini more than ever. There is nothing Trini could do again, or the Prime Minister, to take that hate away from them people. But you see, when they start to see trouble in there with Watson Duke and Farley, then they're going to know. But that time it going to be too late. Things go done gone bad. All the go ahead Tobago people, all the playing all the stupid, black people all the playing all the dotage, go ahead. Let me tell you something, Mr. Man. Come off Aisha back this evening for me, because Aisha not on PDP. Okay? There's things to discuss and we are discussing it. Okay? thing to discuss, and we have to discuss it. And Fally and them know why they will go inside there and bring up all kind of nonsense, because they know they cannot fix Tobago. So they will look for all kind of loophole to dig in to make the people in Tobago, we don't love them and believe in them, right? That is the PNM from Trinidad, we had them seeing trouble. But when Fally them start to do all kind of things, and this had to go to court, and that had to go to court, everything will stop at abrupt, and they wouldn't get nothing fixed in Tobago again. That will be it for them. But let them follow Fally and Watson Duke with a stupidness, and they try to get their life on and give everybody, they say they will give work. And next thing, that money where Watson Duke promised them, right? He don't say you're missing this money, must see to thief the money to give the people. And when done ball, PNM may give the money, or them gone with the money, right? The people who you promised that amount of money, Watson Duke, I want you to give them it, right? Give it to them. Tobago people, all the stop there and play stupid and I ask all your money.
Sure. Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. I shall remember that you have people who involved in this process that makes very little sense and doesn't even understand what it is they're involved in. So the first quarter money is also almost done. So what? The first quarter is almost done. Where you expect the money to be? They gave the money to support expenditure during the quarter. The first quarter has 2 weeks left in it. Where do you think the money will be? It would have been spent. So coming in to say that they can account for the first quarter's disbursement is literally intellectual paranoia, because the first quarter is almost done. In fact, the first quarter has 1 more week of real anything in it. So if you still have $50 million out of the 557 million, if that's the figure, you mean you still have 10% of the money that was given you to last you for 1 week or 1.5 weeks in the rest of the year. That would only get people who don't know and don't understand business, financing and organizing excited, but it's really nothing to be excited about. Aisha, if Tobagonians not smart, they would realize that they're getting set up. Because if Duke and Fally is such good leaders and they figure that Tobago needs to be so much in control of their own destiny, then this is the opportunity time for them to find the money that they need, not depend on central government for it. They don't want to have anything to do with central government. But like your last caller was saying there, they don't realize that they're setting the people and them up to tell you that we have to get rid of all you, but it's not because of us, it's because of the central government, it's because of this, it's because of that. Folly.
Let me take some calls. I have 1 million voice notes to play, so I'm going to try to do a good mix today. Caller, you live?
Heavy. Boy, leave Aisha alone now, boy. What we come say now?
Oh, God, no, don't threaten him. Don't threaten him at all. Don't threaten the radio police at all. Caller, you live?
Yeah, good evening again, Aisha.
Hi.
Aisha, Tobagonians have a lot of common sense, you know. But you see, that one that get away and come across here and join up in union business, he get capital sense. And the kind of capitalist that he was running with, leading him astray. The last time they make a mistake in Tobago and put the wrong kind of people inside the place, they nearly lose a good bit of their properties. This time they go on and let a bunch of gremlin in there now and they're drilling holes in this Tobago boat. By the time PNM get back in there, they go have to raise that boat from the bottom of the ocean. Tell them fellas and them to watch this out. Good night.
Thank you. The calls are coming in one after the next. Caller, you live?
Hi, Miss Aisha. Miss Aisha, you remember I called you last week and you say you go look into my theory? You see the people see it today? The vindictiveness that Fally come in there with? To only preach hate to the people.
vindictive, keep using it, keep beating it like analytical. If we ain't get this, it's because it's PNM and because central government. But something the people fail to realize, they're still under central government. So when Sally says he's not answering to the Attorney General, nonsense. Let Sally understand that if he see the hole in them 2 feet as bargaining power to choke Trinidad in any form or fashion, he will end up the loser. And they're trying now to filter this thing down to Trinidad on the East-West corridor to see if they could get people to follow them like fools. But no. And let Kamala Prasad know that she was dressed in black and green till she fall. If she's dressed in prematurely for her funeral, that is all right. Yes. And let Dr. Rowley know, we contented the bid in Maracas and Mayaro. The hell was it then? We won secession when only going down that nasty road. And let's Sally talking about transferring today, the first quarter. Let me hear it transfer on the second, the third, the fourth, and the fifth quarter. Come out and tell me about the money. You're wicked, Sally. That is your job. That is what they set him up to do here. See, he can't even run the THA. He didn't even know what he's doing. But it's the background players that tell you. Keep all the ears open. All the ears open this morning too. And you know, PNM going to victimize them if they know what they're doing. Nonsense. Listen, Aisha, nonsense. You have a good evening.
Thank you so much. Caller, you're live.
Good afternoon, Aisha.
Hey, how you doing?
Well, I'm not feeling kind of late, but only to hear these Mali Gunters and them guys. Whatever they do, so whatever they do. And I find this to be a good thing. Before they call and say, boy, I share so much of money, listen. I mean, the fella, the young man, could win it. And I know the Richard and see the wonder to as well. That young man is very educated. I think why wait till to see bad? Why do you always want to see bad? Huh? To African, to Creole, to black men, only black people there. Why the blacks, the brown skin, only wishing them bad, boy. Only wishing them bad. And what come here, them want to do with that? What come here, them want to do with Tobago, wiping out the PNM, giving them one of the best cocktails they ever get in life. And I think PNM people should be ashamed. All what supported. And when you was doing your call, Aisha, and you said, one day you had to call us something, big man. And when they call you, tell you what's in joke. You say, no, that's somewhere I get from Lavantil. That's somewhere I get from Telman. And that person is somewhere I get to big Indian. They say, they will not just calling you. I tell you, some man to read. And you read family. There's better let no soul rest in peace in Signal Hill. That whole yard was champion. And what was telling me is how we are controlling. The people in Tobago don't hate the PNM audio. They don't hate the PNM for the last time. All you wipe all your tears, blow all your nose, and digest all of them all your stomach, man. They don't hate the PNM for the last time. It's Rowley, Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley, the Honorable Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley. They see the hate. They hate that man. They don't like him. Them Tobagonians get to hate him. They think that Tobagonians will do good. And you will help Tobagonians. You have Tobagonians on the bread line. But I tell you, groceries up to go, but I say, cry water. That woman is full up in water. And she's a strong PNM. They are so rest in peace. And you take one again to Tobago. And Sabina and Sally. Sabina watching joke. He even better than already. Whenever any politician make any big jail, he might expect young contractor was how much years gone by. How much the contractor was else get? We seen some of them in same scenario young daily contract. Like my partner Andy Karatnak saying. Yeah, he going, imagine he going Texas all over the world to buy parts of WhatsApp. So something wrong with me, something wrong with all administration to be giving these contractors all this money. And before it too late, the same contractor was giving the $10 million, the same contractor will be getting 5 then. So only we people stop being on what's in Juke now. Look at what's in Juke level to where they living. And Paul, I shall understand you have to come the facility. Yeah, and my washroom and stuff. Paul, I was telling them my sales basin. Well, I can't buy that, you know. Well, I can't buy my sales basin. And you never had no man in court. You never had no policeman and you came in courthouse with a policeman. Some break up all you had. My father was an homosexual. When you keep children with education. All of us.
Lord Father, go with God. Caller, you live?
Hold on. Right. Hello, Aisha.
Hello.
Sorry. What happened? Okay, I'm calling from Ari Village Dance with Princeton.
Yes, Princeton.
And I am sorry because what happened, I have to try and then call back and try. So I got to run quickly by the radio.
No problem.
Right. Good. Hear me. First of all, about the money Pali speaking about, we cannot just jump to conclusion. We have to wait and to see if it is true or false. Right? So, I mean, let's just wait. Right? Because this one passing his mouth, that one passing his mouth, why the callers don't deal with the money, we will know in a timing. Right? If it is true or false. 1. 2, it seems to be like Mr. Farley mean that Tobago is on its own now because the AG want to put things in place, and as he said, the AG has no authority to question the THA, but he just questioned what's in due portfolio. So as a caller said, it appears Farley worse than the great Watson Duke. Like he worse because if Watson Duke bathing with a stinging nettle soap, it appears that Farley, his soap like his Gramazone soap. But as I say, it's not even a month yet, and look at the type of comments that already started. But as I say, it's a piece of commerce they want to instigate, to make the THA look bad, you know what I mean? So as somebody say, it appears that somebody is letting him, showing him certain things and to say somebody higher than him, showing him what to do and how to react. But I think he's going down off the road because he had said he will work with the central government.
That clown who now calling there who can't do maths, talking about first quarter. Is $500 million missing from the first quarter, clown? Is $500 million missing from the first quarter? That unaccounted for. It's not talking about expenditure already done spent. It's what missing. So if $1 billion was sent and $500 million missing, the rest was spent. They will see, all right, this is what we spend. But this $500 million you're missing, clown, you can't do maths. They're not talking about what they spent already. It's what missing. That what the man talking about it unaccounted for. And these stupid people who are crystal ball and they're going by over a man and saying what Farley and Watson Duke gonna mash up Tobago. Only preaching that second negative talk, the only preaching that second negative talk because PNM lost. That's why they're preaching that. They don't know what's going to happen. All they can see the future. When some always a lot of numbers this Saturday night, let me see if I can win. Only a bunch of dunce. Only talking a certain future talk about Tobagonians go see when Farley and Duke ready for them and they go see and only preaching that certain negativity. Just because they vote for PNM. Although, boy, they're so losers. Am I hearing on the radio station this evening that PNM callers condoning corruption by the PNM in Tobago with $500 million missing? Am I hearing right? These people coming on the radio for the past 6 years, balling Kamla thief, UNC thief, Kamla thief, UNC thief, where the money going, where the money missing, or the thief this and the thief that and the thief that and talking and set that crap. But email, but live sport and all these things. No money missing in Tobago under the PNM THA. Or they don't want to talk about that, it's okay. Right? Fally and them lying, you don't know how to run the country, you don't know how to run the THA by finding out where the money, wanted to know where the money gone. Or they, I ain't gonna lie, or they really hypocritical, you know. God, but a good dotish.
Heavy, you on a roll today, no? Heavy, you are on a roll today. Sorry I missed your call. Feel free to call me back. I just missed your call. Call me back. Let me play a voice note in the meanwhile.
Bruce, good morning, Bruce. Bruce, I want to make something short. Aisha, good afternoon.
Aisha Wells, why have you not shut in his big trap? Right? You're uneducated dunce. You have here dunce. Right? Aisha Wells, could you recall when the People's Partnership in 2010 assumed office and they claimed that the former PNM administration under the late Prime Minister Patrick Manning said that it had no money in the treasury, and then the former Finance Minister Karen Nunes-Ishara had to come out and let the media and the public know how much money was left there under the stewardship of the Patrick Manning administration. Isn't that the same trend that the PDP is trying to pull right as we speak? Is it the same trend? Because you can't tell me, Aisha Wells. You cannot tell me, Aisha Wells, that...
Caller, you live.
Good afternoon to you, Sister Aisha Wells.
Hey, the Maurice Horsley, the national awardee. How are you?
Happy to be alive. Let me see if I could add 2 cents to the editorial to let good sense prevail. First of all, I will tell the Chief Secretary and the PDP and the Tobago House of Assembly, do not go on a witch hunt. I'll tell you why. It might take you your 3 years before you could start to deliver the goods and services to the people of Tobago. You know, hate him or love him, Jack Warner had implemented a policy. If it is good, dust the file and move on. And I think euphoria, so to speak, is in the air with the Chief Secretary. They will settle down and they will understand. Look, it's the government of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. And the Chief Secretary, whosoever is advising him now, I think he is ill-advised. Because when you talk in terms of the Attorney General, it's the Attorney General of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. And when you talk in terms of proper governance, the Chief Secretary have to get with the program. You see, to me, the election is over. And understanding an old stalwart like Tabakit in Radioland, I'm not going to revisit politics. We got to move forward. But I have advice for the THA, the Chief Secretary. Please, that witch hunt, it will serve you no good. And to those who are looking for kings in the armor and tit for tat, we cannot run a country that way. My advice to the Chief Secretary, do not go on a witch hunt. Look, listen, the PDP is at a crossroad. And let's not forget, in the next 4 years is election, which is 3 years for the THA. They better get to work and start working for the Tobago people. Because I tell you, if they continue to talk in terms of finance, and we as well know it's got to come from the Treasury here when they read the budget. And if you decide to send people home Tobago does not think like the average Trinidadian. So, to the Chief Secretary, do not go on a witch hunt. Continue to dust out the files. Do what you have to do. But I say, at this time, euphoria is in the air, and he is being ill-advised by the politician in Trinidad. That's my contribution on your editorial. Tabakit in the house.
Thank you so much, Tabakit. Let's see who else is outside. Caller, you live. Caller, you're reconnecting. Stay one place, please. Let's see who's there. Caller, you live.
Aisha Wells.
Wall Street Trini, how are you?
I am doing fantastic, Aisha Wells. Fantabulous. Aisha Wells, how are you and the family doing?
We're good, thanks for asking.
Wonderful, wonderful. And all your trinkets and everything for Christmas, right?
Well, I'm taking it slow this year.
You're taking it slow?
Yeah. Taking it slow.
But Aisha Wells, I'm listening here, Aisha Wells, and you know the end of the semester is close by, right? And I'm grading papers here. And I'm listening, I'm saying to myself, nah, boy, Wall Street, go ahead grading your papers there because it's more important to get back, these kids' results, the grades for the final now. But I'm listening to the callers, especially Aisha Wells. The black callers in the go along, get along P&M gang.
But how you know the race, Wall Street? Can you hear the race from over the phone or the radio?
Yeah. No, I speak to Twiggy, and Twiggy told me that most of them is the black callers in the go along, get along P&M gang. And Aisha, let me say something. Aisha, there is a difference between the black Tobagonians and many of the black Trinbagonians in the PNM. I can say that because my family lives in Tobago. Okay? My family lives in Tobago. And Aisha, it just amazes me that many of those in the go along, get along PNM gang don't call your program, Aisha, and ask for economic development, economic empowerment, economic inclusion, and access to capital for black people and black businesses. One. Secondly, Aisha, they don't even call your program, Aisha, and ask the PNM to demolish that building, Aisha. December the 21st, Aisha, will be 10 years, Aisha Wells, since the abandoned building been sitting in Chumakak, Laventel, Aisha Wells. A decade, Aisha Wells. 6 years under the People's National Movement. And 3 buildings, Aisha Wells, that haven't been painted for a decade and a half under the People's National Movement, Aisha Wells. I want the people to talk about it. They're calling another thing, Aisha Wells. I want them to please, when they also call and say, oh, you need to address the Prime Minister's Dr. Keith Rowley, Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley, right? And I agree with that. And I think they should address Mr. Farley as Mr. Farley Augustine. And don't call him Farley. You understand? And lastly, Aisha Wells, it seemed to me, Aisha Wells, that many of those in the go along, get along PNM gang, Aisha Wells, have PhD in dotishology, a PhD in foolishology, and a PhD in stupidology. Because when they are calling and they are talking about what's going on in Tobago, they've been in office for less than a week, maybe a week. What do they expect these people to do in a week, Aisha Wells? And these people are just calling, if the Prime Minister tell them the sky is green, they will call your program, Aisha Wells, and say, Aisha Wells, the sky green, right? Oh God, all you at least think for yourself now. Critical thinking, Aisha Wells, is significantly important that you think critically and don't just regurgitate things that you hear from other people. So Aisha Wells, I'm saying to the people, and I'm saying to especially my people of Chumakak Laventel, in the words of Frederick Douglass, power concedes nothing without a demand. It never did, and it never will. Aisha Wells, you have a fantabulous, splendiferous, tremendiferous, marvelous rest of the day, and I hope you have a fantabulous Christmas as well. Thank you very kindly, Aisha Wells.
Thank you so much. Let me see if I can get you guys on the inside via voice notes. Hold up the calls. I'll come back to it.
from, boy, with illiterate self? Where this come out from, boy? No teacher in Trinidad and Tobago in history, they can work 50 years, they can work 100 years, can never make $34 million. Can never save $34 million. In life, what a teacher was given $34 million. You can check that. You can account for that. Any UNC can account for that when they act. I tell you, you don't know nothing about no parliament. Anything over $1 million must pass through parliament. So all of them is fully aware he was given $34 million. How do they make a jail yet? Every all that's so illiterate and stupid, no why? $34 million, all of them give. So if you get $34 million, tell me how much US them get now. If you can tell me what US them get, they may get none. And I always get none.
Good afternoon, Aisha. Oh God, Radio Superintendent Luis Walo naman.
Every duty, all that pontificating, you're pontificating for the UN. Say if, and I use that term loosely, if they ever come into power, you feel they're going to get something, but you have to know your place higher. You ever telling you, you're old fat, you're like a tick in a cow's ass. Move up. Just like when all you went up, Jack wanna carry all your far ride with the ILP. That party was from out of spite. All you lost all your fireball deposit boy. So watch me now. Let me come off of this thing before I start to use obscene, eh?
Heavy, who more dotage than you? You always condemning something under the PNM. You never once condemn anything under the UNC. Only corruption that is known, publicly known, financially known under the UNC. You don't talk nothing about it. But all of a sudden now, you know about money missing in THA and corruption. Who dotage? Who more hypocritical and dotage than you, Heavy? Stay off the people radio, Heavy. You have a saturation nobody does listen to. Nobody wants to hear you here. You're a big, insipid, illiterate dunce, Heavy. So, what's Nanfali promised Tobagonians an ex gratia payment? Even though the idiots and them don't understand what ex gratia means, because they feel it's something they go get for free, promise them an ex gratia payment for Christmas. Now that they won convincingly, all of a sudden now there is no money in the THA to pay the ex gratia payment. Nobody find that convenient? And ask all yourself, is this insipid clown Heavy? Who is the minority leader in the THA? So during the first quarter, second quarter, were they not there? Did they not have access to their accounts to know what was going on, what was taking place? Did the PDP not have a minority in the THA? Heavy? So they're coming out to make these statements. Makes no sense. I know you and Kamala, all your maths don't ever math sing up, you know. Stay off the radio, no choppity. Stay off the people radio. You ignorant dunce.
Wow, Tabakit, with all due respect, really, Tabakit? Really? Tabakit, you telling Fali and them do not look for that money is a witch hunt, so they run the THA and forget about that 500 million? Really? So, all right, then we just forget about it because it was PNM, right? But you know, I ain't tell the supporters of the PNM who just call this radio station morning, noon, and night to forget about live sport, forget about Rishmi, forget about all that money with UNC TV, and they ain't forgetting about that, and that was since 2010, right? But they want to forget about the first quarter, 500 million missing, forget about that, ain't? Only a bunch of these seedful maribontas inside of here. Come on, Tabakit, better than that is a elder man. Better than that, stand up for your country, stand up for your country. Come on, don't condone corruption because it's the PNM. Don't do it. Regardless of who in power, the corruption money missing, we need to find out about it. It's our taxpayers' dollars, eh? Remember that. Wow.
Tabakit, why are you doing that to the UNC, Tabakit? Tabakit, 6 years now, the PNM say the UNC thief. Tabakit, why you continue to come? The election in Tobago done. You support the PNM in the election in Tobago, Tabakit. Why you continue to support the PNM after the election when the PDP win? Tabakit, up to now you haven't declared yourself to be a PNM. But you could never be a true UNC Tabakit if you're still supporting the PNM Tabakit. Tabakit, who the PDP taking advice from in Trinidad if they're not taking it from the PNM? Who they taking it from? In other words, you're saying that the UNC is advising the PDP in Tobago, Tabakit? In other words, are you against the UNC Tabakit? We need to know. I'm just asking questions. I'm like Kingsley this afternoon, Tabakit. Because I've been hearing you for the past couple days after the election in Tobago. You wasn't on the radio at all. You went back and fast. And you keep coming again to defend and to protect the PNM. If money missing, Tabakit, the PNM say that the UNC thief everything. And the little church GMT, the country need money for 3 days, Tabakit. You supposed to be an awardee and a strong activist of the United National Congress. Tabakit, get it together. Get it together, Tabakit. I'm not even hearing Batari and Rowley Jr. It seemed like the Tobagonians, put them on pause. But, Aisha Wells, this program, we love to hear about Tyran Rowdy Jr. because when Brooklyn make a comment, they just come to say he's the basement man. And, the PNM supporters like to hear that. So, Tyran Rowdy Jr., I am calling all you out because it seemed like they ain't get over that beating yet, boy. That's, it's hard, but get over it. We like to hear. Sometimes I disagree with you, Bataria. Sometimes when you're asking the PNM to see about their own. Wells, that man who called the Coral and ball up at Heavy, I want to tell him that Calder Hat was getting $144,000 a month. A year, that's over $1 million a year. Calder Hat under Manning, under the PNM government. Mr. Man who was balling up at Heavy, a man was working in Trinidad and Tobago without even sweating for $144,000 a month. A man that don't look like you who balling up at Heavy and calling him all kind of thing, right? A year he was making millions and he had perks, all kind of $90,000 perks, car allowance, this, that, the other, call the hat. So relax yourself. Relax yourself. All they like to talk like all they know all the politics in the world. Go listen to the tune. Call the Hat and Manning. Listen to the tune.
Brooklyn, you're confusing me now, Just last week you was a supporter of the PNM Brooklyn. Look, let me mind my business,
Caller, I think you have it mixed up, It's when PNM came into power, they said they only had money to run the country for 3 days. It's 3 days more this are remaining, not the UNC government or the PDP government.
I'll come back to the voice notes. There's a million voice notes to play. Let me take some calls. Caller, you live?
Let me say good afternoon to you, Aisha Wells.
Kingsley, this place hotter than a chula?
Oh. What a shame. What a shame. But I hear my good friend Heavy calling in to defend Wasn't Joke and the UNC. But I want to ask Heavy some questions here. Because Heavy must tell us if he agree Tobago going alone and Tobago separating. Heavy must tell us if he agree, because today Heavy playing the most UNC caller on this program here. Because when I call him on the program the other day, and I tell him that TC is more independent in thinking, and I label him and I scandal him as a UNC, he said no, Kingsley. But listen to his contribution. Nothing about nation building, nothing about uniting the people of this country, but fighting to remove Rowley. That is all Heavy fighting for now. Heavy don't care how they remove Rowley, what they remove Rowdy for? He don't care. He don't care about his future generation. All he just care about the devil could come and say, Rowdy has to go. He will support that. Heavy will support the devil saying Rowdy has to go.
Oh my God, I'm ashamed.
Heavy think the devil is more better than Rowdy.
Wow.
So it's sad, eh?
It's sad.
Because why Heavy have no problem with wasn't Duke saying Tobago and Trinidad? Wait. UNC, Heavy support that? Because I question it, and I on my page and I ask the question, why the UNC giving wasn't Duke a free pass? The UNC is the opposition leader for the country, for Trinidad and Tobago. And they have no problem with wasn't Duke doing the Jamaican dirty wine on Heavy head. They have no problem with that. Yeah, don't have a problem with that. So Heavy calling to call people dunce and illiterate, and how can I talk a crap? But Heavy is going to tell us if he agree with what Duke saying, Tobago goes alone. And like, listen to Heavy agree with that. Heavy want Tobago to go alone. Because Heavy is questioning all government spend money, you know. He can't do that. Heavy cannot question all, and it's shame. It's shame. And I have to say it. That is why it was off of the radio for so long. Because they come with nothing to the table. That's a bacchanal DJ talk. Nothing else. Heavy. But you stick being a DJ. This politics is not for you.
OMG, you're hitting below the bell, boy.
This politics is not for Heavy. But Heavy pay Barang and Cartel and Movado.
Heavy is a talk show host. What the hell wrong with you?
Talk shows don't be like that. I live on the best. I can tell you who is talk show host. I can tell Heavy. I have tapes by tape, and because I is my brother. I never send it out, right? Heavy blame the Africans alone taking the vaccine.
Oh God, send me the tips.
Heavy, and I had to call in and say, Heavy, why are you doing that?
No, Kingsley, you had to send me the tips.
But when Heavy have no problem with Kamala Pusabi taking the vaccine, but you have a problem with Rowley.
Oh God.
That's independent. Heavy have no problem with the East Indian UNC taking the vaccine, but you have a problem, and you say that the vaccine is for slaves.
Wow.
That is Heavy a program every night. That's why I stopped it, isn't it? Vaccine, and black people. Your own. That's what you're doing for your own. For some political party to like you, for some political party to accept you. Heavy, you are disgrace to move on. Is a disgrace to move on.
Oh my God, Kingsley, you're on a roll, boy.
And when people see you at the stand, they must turn the back. And they must leave you empty down that stand there.
Oh God.
Because you are against African people. I seen it, Kingsley is saying it. And I have the tape.
Oh God, look, I'm not able.
I want you to and if you don't play Heavy, stop your foolishness. Stop paying for foolishness for me. Because today, you are the biggest imps on the radio.
Oh God.
You're the biggest imps. You're going to attack Tabakit, a version like Tabakit. You can't stop Tabakit's shoes. You can't stop Tabakit have an award. Tabakit is an awardee in this country. And you're going to attack Tabakit, the current caller of the areas, from making his contribution. The same way how you believe what you believe. Next man can believe, we believe. Why you have to convince that man the UNC is the best party? And before I go, Heavy must come and tell us if he want we to support the UNC. Because who are you looking for? Everyone look Kingsley's yellow, green, and red. That was Suket and Kingsley's small Monica. Everybody don't know Kingsley never leave the UNC, but the UNC leave Kingsley. The UNC leave Kingsley never leave the UNC. Kingsley is a member of the UNC. But I cannot fight for something. And that is the reason why I walk away from Marlene McDonald. Because when I tell her, I say yes, you will give Kingsley, because Kingsley mouth nasty and stink and dirty. Kingsley love to go in the mud. And I don't care who he is, I will jog if it's in the mud. And it was all about Kingsley. I said, okay. And I went in the office and I let you know my tongue right there in the office there. So who the hell tell me? And I called Iwer to put a sanction on every.
What?
Today, I am going to launch a campaign.
OMG.
I want to, because if you have your agenda, you must come out and say what is the agenda. Don't call in your to try to run and call people dunce and black people, and then the UNC support is sycophant the same way. Because don't care what Kamala do, every you are that sycophant. Because don't care what Kamala do, you will support Kamala. Don't care what the UNC do, you will support it. So every you are that sycophant. There's a sycophant and there's a big sycophant. You want to show Kingsley? You know what's Kingsley? Kingsley live in the mud boy. Kingsley learn from the best boy. And this is smoke, yeah? I want to tell you this. Every year have a bombshell on you.
What?
Every year have a bombshell on you.
Jesso? Nah, man. I mean, I studied if to go for a break or what to do. You know how long I want to switch this topic? I have another issue happening in Tobago, but I gotta leave this for after 6 o'clock. What the hell just happened? I mean, I was taking calls. Heavy made a contribution, and Tabakit called, and Heavy responded to Tabakit, and Kingsley just by the fight. I can't keep up with these callers. I really can't.
Good afternoon, Aisha. Tobago in the house. Aisha, I thought in order for you to know where money's going and where money's spent, you just have to get an auditor from the Auditor General to go through the how it just in a matter of weeks you just come up with a wild figure of how much money's missing and where the money gone, and you want to give an account and you want to lock up people. Aisha, this is the worst I have ever seen. Aisha, even when now was in power, you never get this thing when PNM take over from now. You never hear fingers pointing about thief and who the thief. The only thing they had was with this ring man and they do what they had to do.
I don't have time for these people who calling me all kind of names, because all of them have no water in their house and they're going to the PNM. Or they have no food to get all the children, they're going to the PNM. Some of the roads bad, garbage not picking up on time, or the infrastructure, the house falling down, or they can't get a part on a stick. But they're going to the PNM and they want to call me stupid and telling me don't call the radio station. I don't care what they say about me. One thing I know, the PNM laws resoundingly cut tear in Tobago. And Tobagonians not taking that crap. And if they were doing the right thing, Tobagonians would have voted for them, but they didn't. You know why? Which means there's a flaw in the PNM. But I wouldn't observe that. I wouldn't know about that. Right? So right now, I don't care what they say about me. What I want to know, are you condoning corruption? The same corruption I was cussing Kamala and them for 40 years and say the thief. Money missing. Or they're not talking about that, but they're studying me. Don't study me. All they study me. Don't study me. Don't study me. Study all the money missing in Tobago. Where the money gone? That we want to know.
Have you completely bypassed Kingsley's allegation of a bombshell to drop? Look, I have a few seconds before I break. I'll clear up these voice notes when I return, because like I say, it's a lot of them, and we're going to switch gears. We staying with Tobago. There's a frightening situation happening on the island at this time, and I'm going to bring you that story when we come back from the break. If me and love this program, I lie. 30 seconds. Let's go.
Man pass and gone with the dame, cause this is not a petting here, this is madness. This is not the kind of jam where you start like a mumu, the rhythm go jam you. This is not a petting here, this is madness. Ay, 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 ay. Everybody mad. Ay, 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 ay. Here we go in. Where we going? Where we going? Why we going there?
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
And so this is Christmas. And what have you done? Another year over, and a new one's just begun. And so this is Christmas. I hope you have fun. The near and the dear ones, the old and the young. A very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Let's hope it's a good one without any fear.
All this ye Christmas here comes good और मजबूर अमीर और गरीब ये जग इतने लंबी है.
And so happy Christmas for black and for white, for Maria de haremos de luchar. Así es. Very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Let's hope it's a good.
Larry, I see you bring the White Oak. Nice. Candace, it's 2 bottles of Forest Park you bring? You playing with fire, girl? Amanda, the ham you bring looking so good. Ryan, what you bring?
I bring joy.
What?
Joy. She's my new girlfriend. Bring the joy to the Christmas line with Angostura rum. From classic dishes to the cocktail glasses, White Oak, Forest Park, and Fernanda's Black Label. Add more enjoyment to the season. Plus, buy any bottle and get a chance to win a family Christmas dinner, complete with a personal mixologist. Follow us on social media for details. Bring the joy with Angostura. You are the gift. Wear a mask, keep a safe distance, and enjoy responsibly.
Open road songs we know, cruising to nowhere. Free your mind, just recline and go with the flow. Who needs a plan? Take my hand, our stories will find us. My shady caravan, there's nowhere that I'd rather be than any place with you. My shady caravan, there's nowhere that I'd rather be than any place with you.
Shandy Carrot, refreshed for life.
biggest one-stop stores doing it once again this Christmas season. It's Charon's. Yes, Charon's for Christmas. Get the latest design and patterns of exclusive rugs and vinyl. Also, our brand new toys such as Transformers, drones, WWE wrestler stars, remote control cars, all sizes of helicopters at ridiculous prices, LED Christmas lights, and amazing Christmas decorations. Also at Charon's One Stop, lots of gift items. It's Christmas like never before. At Charon's, everything is going cheap, cheap, cheap. Also, check out the latest women's wear. Now, while you're there, you can pick up some storybooks for the kids for the season. Remember, Charon's is cheaper this Christmas. Also available on unique items such as household decor and ornaments for your home. Charon's will be open on Sundays until Christmas.
So hurry now to Charon's
this Christmas for all your Christmas items.
At Charon's, 3 locations: Eastern Main Road, San Juan; Eastern Main Road, Tunapuna; ground floor, Trin City Mall, Trin City. Every item you need in one place.
Charon's is cheaper this Christmas, so shop now.
From the moment you first crossed eyes,
It's a girl.
to their very first bowl of cereal, open wide. Going into parenthood means nourishing your little one to reach their fullest potential. With Nestum Nature's Selections infant cereals, give 30% more whole grain with 15 vitamins and minerals, including iron, all with no added sugar. Nature's Selection. Give your baby the best. Nestum, from 6 months onwards.
Princess Pinky, who calls out to me? I am your prince. Your B-Mobile chariot of prizes awaits. Step into your brand new Hyundai Tucson. Oh my God!
Hey, Pinky! Hey, wake up, girl! Come on, put all the rubbish before the garbage truck pass, man.
I was enjoying my dream. Don't wish it. Win it with B-Mobile this Christmas. A 2022 Hyundai Tucson could be yours. Plus many more great prizes. Super, buy a prepaid plan. Switch. Sign up for any postpaid MiFi or wireless home broadband plan, or pay your bill to enter. Visit bmobile.co.tt for details. B-Mobile, life is on.
Hi, what's up, TNT? This is Wayne Johnson out of Brooklyn, New York. I always wanted to do something back home, and we're going to be doing our gospel segment on Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM. Listen what I want you to do. Spread the word. Spread the word, TNT.
Salvation full and free. Salvation is for everybody.
Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM.
I'm not letting nobody sell you crap. You know why? Because I never saw him before. But you a black man like me. And it's worth something.
This is Black Watch. Join us every Monday from 9 to 11 p.m. Black Watch. Let the show begin.
Dr. Livette. Join him right here on your radio every Friday afternoon from 5:05 p.m. to 5:35 p.m. for your dose of the health and wellness in a program that is sure to change your life. Popular for promoting Livette rather than diet, Dr. Livette has transformed a number of lives nationwide and is now live on the Street 919 FM every Friday from 5:05 p.m. Tune in and also learn about the U-Juice to build your immunities and promote overall great health. Dr. Livette on the Street 919 FM this and every Friday from 5:05 p.m. to 5:35 p.m. It's time that you live.
Welcome the Christmas holidays this year with quality and attractive furniture from Stylus Furniture Limited. 2 locations, 51 Rushwood Street, San Fernando, and 101 Crackness Village in Princestown. Select from a wide range of contemporary furniture to enhance your homes. Now open on Sundays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call today, 652-2542. Season's greetings to all our customers and friends from Stylus Furniture Limited. Stylus Furniture Limited. For this time in you.
Campari orange, easy for win. Whether he no hard it, easy for win. Campari in a cup, easy for win. Whether he no hard it, easy for win. At the Campari with your orange juice. That easy, bitter had the pre. Simple mixer, easy 1-3. Campari orange, that easy for win. mix a Campari orange. Add 1 pot Campari with 3 parts orange juice. Drink at the bar, on the beach, or when a girl reach. Must be 18 years or older to drink. Drink responsibly.
This is Bishop Aaron Williams from the Divine Problem Solving International Ministries, inviting you to be part of our broadcast on any given Thursday night from 12 midnight right on to 5 a.m. on Friday morning. And this broadcast is called Early Morning Gospel Market Program. Then we have on Tuesday from 12 noon to 1 p.m. the Holy Ghost Gospel Pharmacy. If you are sick and ailing, you can get from this particular pharmacy, from the pharmacist, the good things of life. Hallelujah. And any Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, break into the host of the Philistines. Hallelujah. If you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, hearing the babel of false doctrines that you encounter daily, it's about time you get close to God, God's word, direct from his throne room, in the name of Jesus.
God has good plans for his people. Why do you worry so much?
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
These people that is calling in and talking about why people and talk about why the money missing. How come all of a sudden money missing? They just go in there and they know money missing. We let them get their accounts, everything, the financial, the assets, the liabilities, everything, and show it so that people will see where the money is, how the money is missing. They just go on it, they just enter the office and all of a sudden money missing already. Let him come with the evidence and money missing. They're too foolish. Aisha, remember the PDP has to reimburse their finances, people who spend money on them, their custom-made uniform and all that, and they have to reimburse them people.
Good day, Aisha. Mr. Heavy, you're calling people dunce, but use the big guns because the people aren't saying to what they know about. They don't know nothing about the money, how the money gone, how they know where the money gone. They aren't saying to what Aisha asks them out to tell them about. You're a big dunce and a stupid heavy.
Radio Police, it wasn't him but say that there was money around the country for 5 days. It was Jawal. He was the governor, the central bank governor. Get your facts straight. You are dunce. Understand, when the contractor get money will get and he will pass on some for you. Understand, you need to go back and get some education. You don't get enough.
Heavy, why you didn't stay by your 2x2 program? Your program with your 2 followers and thing. Why are you come over to by Aisha program with your stupidness? Your program alone, you could stay on your program and talk that nonsense. Aisha program is to talk sense. Stay by your 2x2 program, Heavy. With the rubbish you're talking. I'm now coming to big house of assembly and he don't know much money missing and how much money spent. How we know that already? And who is it to disrespect the Attorney General? And like the woman said, if it is you have no respect for the Attorney General, wait until the Finance Minister. Say you don't have no respect for the Finance Minister too and you don't want nothing to do with the Finance Minister. Have you always real him, boy? Stay by your 2x2 program. By Aisha is to talk sense, not that kind of rubbish come and talk there.
Aisha, is Heavy who talking about Tobago business as though he listen to the media conference? Where did he hear the word missing? He gave the amount of money that was for the first quarter, which is 558,570,000, and he said the money is almost spent out. Heavy, go and look for something to do now. Go and look for something and get light. Because I feel it too heavy, your tongue too heavy.
Tell Heavy's a dunce. That's why he will take small money from the UNC to come on the radio and talk all this stupidness. Intellectual empty head. A dunce. if the government is sending 2 point something billion dollars a year, divided by 4 and see how much you get. You jumping on a bandwagon to see that the money missing because a man just had a radio program. He didn't produce any document. He ain't saying nothing. And you're like a big fool. You had to be an intellectual dunce. You probably say pass your front door, failed to pass the exam. Well, Aisha, I'm so glad that I have no children or relatives in Mr. Wall Street class. Because that is one of the most dumbest things I've ever heard. You just come into office fine. You can't expect it to do anything else, but just throw out a figure how $500 billion missing. And stupid people like Wall Street and them jump at that and say, yes, if you go along, get along, gang. No. Come out with evidence when you're bringing that. If you could be in there for 1 week, come out and bring your evidence. Don't just throw that out for stupid people like Wall Street and them to jump in and say, oh, it's true, and then get along and go along and PNN. Dumb.
Aisha Wells, good afternoon again. Why have you don't come off of the radio and shut a big mouth, right? And stick to his program. When you're having your program from 1 to 2 or what time it is ever be on Saturday, talk where you had to talk on your program. Stop coming on Aisha program and fooling it up, right? So the people that don't have a voice on your station could be able to talk for themselves. Nobody here hate Tobago people and nobody here beating up on Tobago people. Them have no proof of this money, how it's spent. But you only want to come and talk about the PNM thief money? Look, Heavy, I don't want to say the things that want to come out, because no, I am a child of God. I don't want to say things, right? So don't have to let you have it this evening. Okay, Heavy? Stay off the radio. We don't want to hear you for the evening again.
Brooklyn, you and Heavy is cousins. All they just do it for spite. Why don't hush him out? At least Kingsley does advocate he and UNC advocate. We know where he is. You just talk for talking sake because you like to talk, because you like to hear yourself, but you don't make no sense. But Atari and Rowley Jr. don't have time with you because you have no sense. They deal with sensible people. There's no point in having no dialogue with you because they cannot discuss anything. Anything you hear, you just repeat. You're like a parrot. You're just like a rah-rah. Hush your mouth and stay in your basement, boy.
Kingsley, my brother, with all due respect, my brother, right? It's my friend. You can't drag me down that UNC road, because when you was hugging up and kissing up and loving up Kamala, you could have turned left, right, up, down. You would never see me there. Never. Right? But I wouldn't come and tell Jamie, I wouldn't come on this radio station to say nothing bad about you. I wouldn't come and tell the people, oh, you get nice money to finish build a 3-story house, you build a blah, blah, today. I know you need money to buy bricks and sand and gravel, and you had the Spanish and I'm working hard every day to build your house. I want your house built, so I know you're getting a little calcutta now from the PNM, so I won't come here and bust some mark on you. So go ahead, you can call my name and say all these things about me. We can build in your house. And when you build a house and the house done, they'll call man, I'll come and sit down and drink something for the Christmas. Me and you is friends. So me and Germany at all. Go ahead. You can go ahead and join me to get a little kakara from the PNM. I don't mind. Right, brother? You go ahead. Just remember, Kingsley, the same people who saying talk, Kingsley, talk today. It's the same people was banning you just yesterday. Just the other day, the cussing you stink. Kingsley dance, Kingsley don't know this, Kingsley don't know that, Kingsley talking shoppiness, talking crap. You understand? Aisha banned her for a whole 6 months on the show. No, she wouldn't talk, Kingsley talk. Go ahead, talk, but I'm glad for you. Eat your biscuit and hush them out. Eat. I like what my black brothers eat. I like what I call Aisha show. I'm going to tell you my banters and them. Yeah, Aisha, you know you have to show it out me, When I call you, everybody is send voices to talk about me. They don't forget the topic. They don't even talk about the topic again. They don't even know what I want to say. They're just talking. They say heavy and that. But they have no contribution. I don't want to call my show because my show, they know they can't call my show. I go and cut them off. You understand? So they can't call my show because I'm talking sense. And when they call my show, they come correct. They can't come with, this backyard. bad talk, they like to talk like the lineman on the block and they're talking. And you don't tell us, but they don't take permission talk that. They can call here and talk that stuff, use allow them. You understand? But right for the point, I say, yeah, good show today. Everybody just call and say heavy shopping. Call, keep calling, yes.
Oh, Lord. Kingsley, a good thing you know you and me is neighbors, eh? And I just come and take a dip in that pool on a weekend when I in town. So don't put me and Kingsley in no bacchanal, you heavy. Yeah, you stay in your bacchanal by yourself. We're going to go for a break. Stay with us. We have a feature coming up. When we come back, we take some calls and switch gears.
Soca Parang Music Sweep brought to you courtesy B-Mobile. Don't wish it, win it. Soca Music Sweep was brought to you with courtesy by B-Mobile. Don't wish it, win it.
This is not the kind of jam where you stand like a choopy begging for most.
On the island of Tobago, I'm going to come back to the voice note. Stay with me. Happening now on the island of Tobago, people. Epidemic center at the moment. COVID is doing the most on the island. I'm showing you a video here we got from Liz Williams' page. If you're on YouTube and on Facebook, you will see what Scarborough Hospital is looking like today. It's bad. It's really, really bad. We're seeing a lot of senior citizens on ventilators and oxygen tanks piled up outside where there are tents set up to assist persons coming in to be treated for COVID-19. Persons are seen with IVs in their hands, getting drips. Those who are dehydrated being treated to outside. There is no more room inside. Workers at the hospitals, it's overstaffed and they are tired. So if you're on YouTube right now, you're seeing exactly what is taking place. Let me get you some audio on this video. I'm going to bring it back from the beginning so you can get the audio.
Tell me, what is the situation?
The situation up there is not good at all.
How long you were here?
I'm here from since last night.
Uh-huh.
I do my vitals, I do my x-ray. I do everything. I put it IV in my hand. That was set up for me. And is when I go and talk to them about a while ago, they said that I have that thing low, vital low. So they're holding me over for observation.
Okay, so you're here since last night. How do you feel about the situation in terms of the healthcare?
It ain't nice. I went in them toilets and I couldn't even use it.
Okay. You got a bath for the day?
No. Well, get the bath for me. Where get the bath from?
As you can see, the man is saying he's been on a chair outside since last night being attended to. As we can see in the video, a child appears to be under the age of 10 being brought in to be treated on as well for the virus. It's bad. Let me just show you some still shots as well. We got it off Elizabeth Williams's page. Let me just get that here for you. I am hoping and praying for the best for Tobago, but things are looking grim.
Outside the Scarborough General Hospital.
Right now,
So this is the situation outside the Scarborough.
Inside this video, you're seeing a mother and a newborn baby as well seeking treatment for the virus outside Scarborough Hospital.
So this is the situation outside the Scarborough General Hospital. When you came up to the hospital?
Alright, so we came in at around 3 a.m. this morning.
Yes.
And me and my son, he had some vomiting and he was very dehydrated.
Yes.
And they were looking for a spot to put us because they didn't have any space. And we sat on that seat there about maybe half an hour after they came and gave him some Panadol. And that was it for the entire morning until dawn. Until I had to ask to go inside because the rain was dripping on his feet. I didn't walk with any blanket or anything like that. Nobody was attending to us. Nobody. He did just call his name. Yeah, we was out here in the rain all night. Not a sheet, not a cover, not.
Patients at the hospital claiming that they've been outside in the rain all night. There is no more room inside the hospital to see patients, and the hospital is short-staffed. It's drama as we speak happening in Tobago. COVID is having a field day.
So you're out here for days? Tell me, what is the situation?
The situation up there is not good at all.
How long you were here?
I'm here from since last night. I do my vitals, I do my x-ray. I do everything. I put it IV in my hand. That was set up for me. And is when I go and talk to them about a while ago, they said that I have that thing low, vitals low. So they're holding me over for observation.
Okay, so you're here since last night. How do you feel about the situation in terms of the health care?
It ain't nice. I went in them toilets and I couldn't be with it.
Okay. You got a bath for the day?
No. Well, get the bath for me. Why are they in the bath for me?
This is not after the year, this is madness.
So this is the situation outside the Scarborough General Hospital. So this is the situation.
And I tell you, I'm looking at these videos and I'm feeling so sad. So sad by these videos, because from the videos you're seeing elders, you're seeing a mother with her newborn baby, you're seeing a child under the age of 10, you're seeing young people. Boy, may the Lord help people of Tobago battling this COVID-19 virus. At this time, the island is indeed small. And we're hoping that they can address this situation in the shortest possible time. But persons really need to consider whether they want to continue to go without being vaccinated against this virus. This is a decision Tobagonians have to make. They really have to take a look at the situations and weigh their options. This is sad. I have a call to take. Actually, I have a break to take. So let me take the break. I see you guys on the phone. I'm going to go straight to the phone lines in the last hour and allow you guys to get in. We really had to pray for the people of Tobago. It makes me sad looking at this video.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
I telling you flat, the woman don't tell me already. I ain't doing that. I can't drink on hungry belly. I eat enough food. All the meat she prepare for me. I eat enough food. She tell me not to hesitate. I eat enough food. Lick up everything on the plate. I eat enough food. I eat enough food. I eat enough food. So I keep eating. When I drinking the liquor, strong wine and punching. Everything she put on the table, I eat till my belly swell. The ham and the pastel, I eat it as well. I can't drink on hungry belly. I eat enough food. All the food she prepare for me. I eat enough food. She tell me not to hesitate. I eat enough food. Eat up everything on the plate. I eat enough food. I eat enough food. I drink and I eat enough food. Curry, stew or saltfish. I eat enough food. Musica. Eat them, boy. And you like the parrot? Drink on hungry belly. I eat enough food. All the food she prepare for me. I eat.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282 or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
This is the voice of Tuesday, Seventh-day Adventist. We are preaching Emergency Alert broadcast, which is from the Tuesday, Seventh-day Adventist Church. We will be featuring voices of brethren from different parts of the world, preaching the gospel, preaching prophecy as it relates to current events and the ending of the world. Listen to us on 91.9 FM every Sunday from 9:15 to 9:45 a.m. on Sundays. May God bless you as you learn the truth. In Jesus' name, amen.
Stones,
fridges, appliances, electronics, household items, furniture for every style and move, with the Christmas spirit in every room. Fill your home with joy this Christmas. Get everything for your home and more at American Store.
American Stores, where we make quality living affordable.
Tune in to the Street 919 FM every Saturday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. to listen to the live Temple of Restoration, Pastor Curlan and the team. The Temple of Restoration is located at number 12 Endeavor Road, Chaguanas, opposite the Curep taxi stand. For more information, contact 488-4413 or 777-8691. The Temple of Restoration, where Jesus changes lives.
Pastor Hannah A. Pabu of Holy Spirit Ministries will be live on the Street 919 FM every first and third Wednesday from 11:15 a.m. to 11:45 a.m. In the scripture, Matthew 19 verse 26, the Bible says, "But Jesus looked at them and said to them, with men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible." Pastor Hannah is here to motivate you, challenge you, encourage you to walk in your purpose and destiny God has for you. For prayer and counseling, call Pastor Hannah at 728-5197.
He heals me when I'm broken.
Heals me when I'm broken.
Strength where I've been weak. Forever he'll reign.
There's a new drink that's transforming what you expect from a beverage. U-Juice is 100% natural and has the power of red ginseng, turmeric, ginger, and the world's strongest antioxidant, astaxanthin. Your new favorite drink has arrived. U-Juice, en route to the ultimate you.
U-Juice. And when me drink, we got that natural boost.
If you're experiencing pain, constipation, headaches, poor blood circulation, high or low blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, swollen or darkened feet, come visit us at Health and Wealth Lifestyle, located at 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria, opposite Eastern Credit Union. We at Health and Wealth Lifestyle offer a wide range of services. Come and experience our new 3D analyzer, which allows you to have a look inside your body. We also provide live blood analysis, iridology, ionic foot detox with foot soak and foot massage, aquatherapy, full body massage, and organic supplements on sale such as Nano Silver, Nano Zinc, Body Light, cold pressed sesame oil, and more. Health and Wealth Lifestyle, located at number 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria, opposite Eastern Credit Union. For more information, call 275-8359 or 288-1108. Join Nicole Huggins for Health and Wealth Lifestyle every Monday from 9:05 a.m. to 9:55 a.m. right here on the Street 919 FM.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly of number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko Sangre Grande, is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guest. Sundays, Tuesdays, and Friday night, Sunday Ministry of Worship, Children Hour, and the Word from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesdays, see Jesus in every book of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation from 9 p.m. and Friday night, 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. all night prayer for our nation. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit with us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org or on Facebook. Email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated at Church of the Firstborn Assembly, account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank.
Get in touch with God. Turn your radio on.
This
is Bishop Aaron Williams from the Divine Problem Solving International Ministries, inviting you to be part of our broadcast on any given Thursday night from 12 midnight right on to 5 a.m. on Friday morning. And this broadcast is called Early Morning Gospel Market Program. Then we have on Tuesday from 12 noon to 1 p.m. the Holy Ghost Gospel Pharmacy. If you are sick and ailing, you can get from this particular pharmacy, from the pharmacist, the good things of life. Hallelujah. And any Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, break into the host of the Philistines. Hallelujah. If you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, hearing the babel of false doctrines that you encounter daily, it's about time you get close to God, God's word, direct from his throne room, in the name of Jesus.
God has good plans for his people. Why do you worry so much?
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
We are back, Trinidad and Tobago. We are back. Thank you so much for staying with us in response to what is happening on the sister island of Tobago with the influx of cases of COVID-19. Today in the paper, Dr. Faith B. Israel has indicated a parallel healthcare system is being sought for Tobago. She's looking for foreign help. According to Express, Tobago's new Secretary for Health and Wellness and Social Protection, Faith B. Israel, says she has already reached out for international help in creating a parallel healthcare in Tobago. She said the island did not have one, and we need to figure out how to separate COVID patients from non-COVID patients. We will have a meeting tomorrow and this week with some of our international partners to see how we can work on that. The reality is that we may have the physical plants, but we don't have the physical bodies to put them in the plants to ensure that they work well. She said during the interview with Tobago Channel 5 this morning. Dr. Faith B. Israel said she said that there were doctors and nurses who are not employed with the Tobago Regional Health Authority who could be sought on board for the short term and possibly on a voluntary basis to get the health situation in Tobago under control. The reality is I am recognizing that the Chief Secretary, Farley Augustine, said it to be me in a conversation yesterday that we have very little funding. As a matter of fact, Dr. Israel said we have no money. But I will allow him to explain that and probably our Executive Council meeting tomorrow. Dr. Israel also said she was disturbed by the news that COVID-19 Omicron variant is a cause for concern and it's made his way to Trinidad. The fact that the woman who was infected with the variant tested positive for the virus before boarding the plane from New York. That says something about the system that have been put in place, but it also tells us that we need to be very, very prepared on the ground to treat with the infection. Tents at hospitals. In an earlier interview on Tobago's Update Morning Show, Dr. Israel said the consideration is being given for setting up tents on the island to accommodate COVID-19 patients as it is done in Trinidad. I just saw tents outside Scarborough. Okay. Unfortunately, right now, we don't have a parallel healthcare system. The fact that when you are exposed, you go get tested. One of the first places you go is to Signal Hill, Scarborough General Hospital. It means we don't have a parallel healthcare system. If you had gone to Signal Hill but you stayed down in the car, the fact that you are going to the building in Signal Hill means that we don't have a system. Now, there isn't something that I needed to be secretary with responsibilities for health to tell you, but I've been saying this since last year. She added, we are looking at several options. The idea of having a physical different building set out at Old Fort King George, that's something we are considering. The other part, what we are considering is that tents at the hospitals. We have to figure out some of the resources we need, and it should have to come to Tobago but never made it to Tobago. Why not work with the Alsing? In the interview with Tobago Channel 5, Dr. Israel said she's looking forward to a decent working relationship with the Minister of Health despite their political differences. She said she is yet to reach out to the Alsing, but she reached out to international bodies for help. Okay. As she wanted to ensure that she had all the necessary information about the status of the health in Tobago before doing so. But why not reach out to him as the Minister of Health before going to international bodies? I'm confused. But I'm just going to go to the phone lines as we just have about 15 more minutes left of the show. Caller, you live?
You see, they're running Tobago without the government. How them getting money? How them bringing revenue in the country? Because who tells you that she could just pick up herself and bring in foreign expert? Who money she using? And the PDP are playing the same blame game. Like how the as heavy they say the UN PNM blame the UNC for the last 5 years, where we see in the last 3 days that the PDP is blaming the PNM only in power. What's them in power now? So if they're in power now.
But Kingsley, if you could approach international bodies for help, why not go to the Minister of Health right in Trinidad?
The Minister was have to go to Iwer Wells. I don't understand this. Is the minister he has to go to? Because when they want money for your secretary over the international foreigners going to give you the money, we want to know what kind of deal are you making. You will not what kind of deal are you making with foreigners. But
who's going to give account for foreigners investing money on the island if you're not going through the government?
That's an open door for foreigners to come to run Tobago. You know the plan? Remember, foreigners was working with them, you know? Remember, white men was working with them for the campaign, and they only put in their foot in the mouth. And the only people who support this is Heavy and Kamala. The only people who support this, nobody yet. No, I didn't think so soon. We'll be hearing this afternoon that she is saying that she's going to bring foreign and she speak to the lying minister who is under her ministry. The other thing is that lady boss. She worked for the other thing the same way of Ali work for the AG. They don't doubt about it. The government of the day is the government of Trinidad and Tobago. So as we see Iwer Wells, that it's happened already. These people are going to take our money and give the foreign it. Who the hell is she? Who the hell is her? How the hell she come just so to tell that she going to bring? I said no. I want to tell you something. We reject it. We reject your outburst. We reject you out of control. We reject how you sit down in that seat and believe that you is the Minister of Health. That you can spend Kingsley money haywire. I'm going to protect my money. I'm going to watch my money. I'm going to make sure that my money is safe because Iwer Wells, if we allow this to take place, if we only sit down and allow Wasn't Party and Fali Party and Kamala Party and Heavy Party over there to do what they want, because Heavy got a problem because Heavy supported that. You see what that lady going to do there? Once PNM into it, there's no corruption. If PNM do it, there's corruption. So today, I want to say, and Iwer Wells, I am hearing that some letter was wrong. What wasn't you send that resignation letter? I am hearing it is not. Wasn't you is and Aisha. Heavy, as the time is near, I look forward for the more to ask the question. But I will get people the inside. I have the files, Heavy, and I have the question to ask you. That no, I use more. But remember this contract. Heavy, remember this. contract. You remember this? School. You know what? Every contract and school.
Contract and school. I trying to put the puzzle together here. What are you talking about?
Right. Contract and school. Tomorrow you're going to hear what about the contract and what about the school.
What the hell is this? I had to wait till quite tomorrow.
Yes, I shall well. Because they take half an hour to play Elizabeth Lewis. I take over and over. We done share 1,000 times already. And then the point to read this still who can be fixed. And don't take 4 minutes already. And they say,
all right, now we'll get in early in tomorrow, eh? I want the scores.
Everything I'm sure about boss tomorrow, my brother. Have a good night.
Thank you, Kingsley. I'll take a few more. We just have literally 3 minutes. Caller, you live?
A pleasant good day to you, Aisha.
But you getting late. Will you come out?
Actually, Aisha, I got in late. I think I've lost track of time and whatnot, but I just want to give my 2 cents before you go. Aisha, let me tell you something. When it is this stage election occurred, right? I don't know if it's the president or somebody mentioned that the person who is coming into governance have to hit the ground running, right? And I am saying that Dr. Faith is so correct, because how could I want to deal with the Minister of Health, the Alsing, which he's very incompetent. He don't know the watchwords, he don't know the quota.
Well, Paul, is not even an issue of dealing with him, it's an issue of courtesy. He is the Minister of Health. Reach out to him, at least find out what his plans are for Tobago, if there is any, and then, it's just a matter of courtesy, not really just bypassing his whole ministry and going to foreigners.
Aisha, do you think because of the numerous amount of mistakes that the Minister of Health continue, and he showed blatant disrespect to the public by not giving them the proper information, do you think that is why they bypass it?
Well, I'm asking you advice. I'm asking you advice as a political analysis. What would politics say?
I really think the courtesy is there because they are the government, the party in power and the government in power. But when you see how many times he make a lot of mistakes as the Minister of Health, and people are lobbying him to go because he is not doing anything for health. Simple things like the COVID-19, you can't even do a proper analysis. In this country, people are looking at you and disrespecting you because you're the Minister of Health, and it's like you're a pharmacist still. Right? People don't want to look at that type of politics and that type of negative energy, Aisha. But I would leave it there. Thanks.
All right. Let me see if I can get this call in. The countdown already start. I'm out of time. Caller, you live? Caller, you live? Not there. I'm out of time. You're my last caller. Caller, you live?
Hi, yes, sir. Good evening.
Hey, how you going, brother?
I want the political analyst to tell me what mistake the Minister of Health made. I don't know whether done just come out and go back to Iwer or go back to primary school first. What your name?
Paul.
Go back to school first because I never trick. The Minister of Health make mistakes. But they can't tell me what the mistakes are,
But I can't understand why bypass him and go to international bodies.
Because Paul singing the same song every singing, you understand what going on now, Aisha?
Oh, okay.
You join up. Enjoy evening, sister.
Thank you so much. It's really, really weird. Thank you. All right, guys. I could probably take one more if you're talking under a minute. Caller, you live?
Hello, good night.
I just have a minute.
In a worse situation than in Tobago, and the health minister is from Trinidad, and he can't help Trinidad, a little country like Tobago. That man cannot look to see what's going on there to help nobody. Don't have to tell me and Rowley. The Prime Minister is from Tobago. Trinidad is worse right now. Thank you.
Okay, so I guess this sums up the fact that the minister should be bypassed. I'm just saying, Trinbagonians, be careful what you ask for. Be extremely careful what you ask for. Things that we allow will allow itself to continue, and it may not be to our benefit as a twin island nation. I have a minute to go. If you're talking under a minute, you could come in. Okay, no, you dropped off. I'm going to leave it here, people. Until tomorrow, be safe and have a good one.
This is not a this is